Hi everyone, welcome back to another Explore the Tarot session. I'm going to get straight into it. We're connecting up the tarot cards with Kim Kranz's Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. So the card of the day today is the Eight of Wands. This one is very similar actually to the traditional depiction of it. Because it has no people in it, which is a lovely feature of this deck, the Pagan Otherworlds deck, I think. Alright, and let's see what Archetypes card we're going to connect it with today. Apocolypsis. Wow. Feels like a very dramatic combination, whatever Apocolypsis is. Right, let's take a look at what Kim Kranz has to say about Apocolypsis, which to me, it sounds a lot like apocalypse, but it's not a word that I'm completely familiar with. Apocolypsis, removing the veil of deception. Apocolypsis indicates a particularly painful time, one that unfolds when two disparate dynamics occur simultaneously, pulling the psyche in seemingly opposing directions. The first is a lifting of the veil. This means truths that have been kept in the dark are revealed, seen and unearthed. No matter how relieving it is to witness them come into the light, an element of despair and grief follows. The second dynamic is the regeneration that comes from the wreckage of the revealed truth. The old narrative breaks and a new story forms. Apocolypsis energy is similar to a forest fire's, devastation for the sake of regeneration. The veil lifts and we see who and what has been hiding. From the nakedness of the truth, a child is born. Have faith in the process. Hold on to your centre. That is the only way. All kinds of things will be revealed during the time of Apocolypsis, from big global lies to little white ones that lace the bedroom sheets. Brace yourself for the horse of truth to storm your every field. This card has a strong relationship to aletheia, which means truth. If both cards appear in one reading, you've got some real uncovering to do. Take heed. The unknown becomes known and guides the way. Right. I feel personally that I can really relate to the energy of this card, and it may be why it came out today. And possibly this is an energy that many people are feeling at this time, of new realities coming to light, or suddenly seeing things for the way they really are, and that might not necessarily be a pleasant truth. For me, this comes in the form of limiting beliefs that I've held for a really long time in my life coming up to the surface, and it's coming up at a time because I am trying to create some momentum and some impetus to move forward, which is what the Eight of Wands is all about. And so for me, it's almost like what this is talking about here, this energy, is that you have to go through these moments of struggle, of facing the hard truths, of allowing those limiting things that live within you, those kind of demons that live inside of you, to come to the surface, and you have to face them and see them for what they are in order to move forward. You know, when you get to a point in your life where you realise that you need to pivot, where you want something to really change, where you want to become the driver of your own life, you want to take the driver's seat and you want to take control of something that up until now hasn't really fully been in your control. You know, and this is what this card is all about. It's, you know, these 8 wands flying through the air across this landscape, and there's a feeling of inspiration and moving forward and progress and wanting to get started with something new, having a vision. And that's all a really wonderful, inspirational process. But we often forget that when we wish to do that, when we're trying to expand and push ourselves forward to something new, to a new passion, a new desire, that limiting beliefs are going to come up, and we're going to have to face old parts of ourselves that are no longer serving us and that don't belong in this new vision that we are creating for ourselves. And this goes for any type of situation. It can be related to a relationship, you know, when you're first entering a new relationship and things are really exciting and feel like they're moving forward and you feel like you finally found the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life. And everything seems to be going great, and suddenly these things start to kind of shift inside you and you feel these old darknesses coming up, and they can be really overpowering. They can come in forms of insecurities, of paranoia, of feeling like something is about to go wrong, when you've got no outside evidence to suggest that it is. But these are all doubts and demons that live within us that needed to come to the surface, to be faced, to be slain, so that we can finally live in that vision that we are pushing towards. Personally, for me, this is really coming up in terms of my career at the moment. You know, I've always worked for other people. I've always been an employee doing the 9 to 5. And now I'm wanting to step out of that and become my own boss, to be an entrepreneur, to do things more creatively and to kind of, take the driver's seat in my own life and in terms of my own finances. And what's coming up are all these beliefs, you know, around money and my ability to be able to do that, because for so long I was held by those beliefs that I wouldn't be able to be out there on my own, earning my own money in my own way. And now I'm putting myself in a situation where I'm really trying to push forward with that. So those old demons are kind of coming up and being like, hey, you can't do that. And so there's a sort of battle going on in there. To me, that's what these two cards are really talking about here. And some questions that come up with this combination that are worth reflecting on are, you know, what insecurities am I feeling? Am I coming up against? Where are my limiting beliefs showing in terms of the way I think, in terms of the way I speak? What old beliefs about myself, what old stories am I still telling about myself to myself? You know, what old narratives am I holding on to which aren't going to serve me? You know, where is my vision? Where is my idea of the future going? And what are the old weeds that need to be taken out, need to be rooted out, because they're just not going to be a part of that vision. They can't be. It's just not possible. So yeah, I think this is really a really wonderful combination to reflect upon within your own personal landscape, to see where those conflicts and catches are coming up, because they're really asking you to face certain things from your past that need to be let go of, need to be put down, because that is not where you're headed. You're headed to something new, and if you've got your sights set on that, then you need to just believe that that is where you're going, that is what you're going to manifest, and that these old things are not real, they don't serve you, put them away, let them go. So yeah, it's a really strong message today, I think, and one that's hopefully resonating with a lot of people. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you again tomorrow.